So, hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Oren Diga, and I'm honored and grateful to have the opportunity to tell you about the Israeli National Infrastructure Coordination Project. Thank you in particular to Kate for inviting me. And I would also like to express my regret that my friends from Ukraine are not here with us today. I'm sending my best wishes to my friends Vlad, Stas, Alina, Olga, Natalia, Elia, Alex, and all my colleagues. I hope to see you again soon. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and about Proceed. Proceed is a 13-year-old company located in the heart of Tel Aviv. Our goal is to assist companies to improve technological efficiency and business results by implementing advanced technological solutions. For this reason, we found Creatio to be a perfect fit for us. In 2000, I graduated from Ben-Gurion University of the Negev with my BS in Industrial Engineering. I've been working in information system delivery ever since. I was a VP R&D in Afek Information Systems, and I personally formed Creatio's partnership with Proceed 5 years ago. Now, I'd like to tell you about the need for our project. For the past decade, Israel has undertaken the largest infrastructure development in its history. The project will continue into the future. This picture I took from my own car on my way from Tel Aviv back home. A 30-minute drive takes 1.5 hours because of heavy traffic. So you can understand the urgent need for infrastructure. Israel's total investment in infrastructure is $13 billion, which is 10% of annual budget. So you can calculate the budget of the Israeli government. The government is investing in network of light rail, the metro in Tel Aviv area, thanks God, cross-country highways, heavy railways, seaports, water and gas pipelines. These pictures illustrate why coordination is required. In the picture on the left, we see the installation of fiber optic cables under an existing road. On the right, we see electricity lines installed next to the same road. So, because it doesn't make sense and it's not possible to start any construction project without coordinating. It's like digging in your neighbor's backyard without knocking first and asking his permission or coordinating with him. These projects had to be coordinated with Netivei Israel, which is one of the government's companies that are responsible for paving roads, the Israeli Road Company. Oh, this is nice. Another project needing coordination is the new road to Jerusalem, road number 16. This is a map of Jerusalem. Oops. This is a map of Jerusalem. Here you can see the old city. This is the road from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and this is the entrance to Jerusalem. So today, if you need to go to the southern part of Jerusalem, for example, to this is the Hebrew University, you need to go all the way from North Jerusalem all the way to the south, inside the city. So, the blue line is the new, modern, 4.7-kilometer road directly to southern Jerusalem. The dotted lines here, this and this, are two tunnels underneath an existing village. This project cost $400 million, but it will save the Israeli taxpayer $100 million a year. And it will reduce traffic inside Jerusalem. Okay, here we see the preparation for paving the new Jerusalem road. Even before laying a single meter of road, the old electricity lines, water pipes, sewage, and an old oil pipeline had to be relocated. In addition to that, you are probably aware of the rich archaeological history of Israel. This means that another important consideration is coordinating with the government office that protects antiquities and also the office that protects the environment. In this project, for example, a 9,000-year-old settlement dating from the Neolithic period was accidentally discovered. This was the largest settlement of its kind in the world and had to be documented and preserved before the project could proceed. Okay, this is the excavation work. This is a flint knife. Thousands of them were found in the site. And this is the most interesting thing. This is probably a symbol of an early god. It's an icon of an ox. And this is us. This is our team visiting the site. This is us inside the tunnel underneath the village. So, in order to start a project, pave a new road, build a plant, or lay a pipeline, coordinating with all the infrastructure companies with interest in the area is required. Until 2020, the process of coordinating and getting the approvals was done on paper, but by mail, not email, actual post office, snail office, like in the 19th century. Usually, the coordination process took months and wasted a great deal of time and resources. One could wait a month only to get the answer, sorry, you need to contact someone else. A month, only for, this is crazy. In addition to the waste of time, the government didn't have any control over the process. There was no transparency, so it was impossible to know who exactly was delaying projects. Here is a good example of that. Here we see the work of the new light rail line in Tel Aviv. The government decided that this trail line is a national priority. Though this decision have been made, along with related budget allocations, the project didn't move. The Ministry of Transportation looked into the delay and discovered that the electricity company, one of the most hated bodies in Israel, the electricity company was working on a different, less important project. This is why coordination of the light rail was delayed, and therefore the entire project was stuck. Through a joint venture, the ministries of Transportation and Finance and the Office of the Prime Minister established the Infrastructure Coordination Office to find digital solutions for the coordination problem. They searched for a solution that combines both CRM and BPM, if it sounds familiar to you. A CRM to help companies and individuals communicate and collaborate one with each other, and BPM to automate the process. Luckily, the government found us, and the Israeli National Coordination Project was born. By the way, the government wisely decided to treat the infrastructure companies as customers rather than codifying the new digital approach into law. This approach has worked extremely well in that it has increased engagement and reduced friction. Now, I'd like to show you a promotional video created for Israeli companies to market the coordination system.
Country infrastructure management. Let's talk about it. Paperwork, delays, lack of transparency, these obstacles hinder processes and waste time. So how did we manage to coordinate infrastructure projects quickly and effectively? Presenting Israel's national coordination platform built on top of Creatio. The integrated platform is everything one needs to coordinate infrastructure projects from their laptop directly. A web interface where all functionaries can transparently communicate and collaborate in an agile, organized, and intelligent environment. With a national coordination platform, you can quickly create your request online and track the progress through your profile on an as-needed basis. Impressive, isn't it? It's everything it was before, but without setbacks, without lots of emails, bureaucratic delays, unclear requirements, and endless paperwork. And there's more. The platform interfaces with external information systems. It automatically generates documents and sends files, supports digital signature, and displays reports, metrics, and insights. What about platform feedback? We listen to all feedback and perform required updates as needed. The project was initiated and is supported by the Prime Minister's Office, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Transportation, and is carried out by the IT department of Netivei Israel. Many critical organizations working with state infrastructure already use the platform. We expect to include all local authorities and vital Israeli companies in the future. The digitalization of processes will help shorten schedules, cut expenses, and make easy and efficient workflows for us and Israeli citizens.
We started in March 2020 and went live in just 3 months later in July. Thanks for the low-code capabilities of Creatio, we managed to provide an MVP in such short time frame. We do all that with a relatively small team of 6 BAs and developers. 5 of them are BAs and 1 developer. With the assistance of the excellent people of Creatio, I send thanks to Halina, she's not here, and the wonderful expert of Psyog, Harit and Savita are here, thank you. Some key facts on the use of the new system. 10,000 infrastructure projects are being handled in the system today. Approximately 19,000 coordination requests have been submitted so far. And there are more than 6,000 users in the system. Like every month we have additional 200 to 400 users every month. In mid-2021, we integrated the contact center to handle user support. Today, when a user contacts support, we have a 360-degree picture of who the customer is, their role, and the history of the user's activity in the system. Users can contact support by email or by WhatsApp. We also use Creatio's machine learning to forecast the time needed for a full coordination process. After only 2 years, the Israeli taxpayer have already benefited. First, reduction in days spent responding to requests dropped from 85 to only 22 days. That's a 75 reduction, which is an average of all reductions. In some cases, however, an approval process that previously took months now takes only a few hours. Average number of required documents fell from 120 to only 50, and that's a significant reduction in bureaucracy. And the most important thing, estimates, these are estimates of the Ministry of Finance, not ours, indicates that in just the first 1.5 years, the savings to the Israeli taxpayer was $500 million, which is amazing. And finally, I would like to share some comments of key players in the project. First, Ilona Brotman. She is the CIO of the Israeli Roads. She says, implementing such a system meets a strong need of digitization and more transparent process. Creatio system implementation in full cloud configuration, SaaS, was implementing using agile methodologies, which enabled us going live in a matter of few months with effective MVP. Niron is the project manager. Creatio serves us as the main engine to drive our digital transformation effort. Using the Creatio platform allowed us to automate all needed steps within a sophisticated request and approval management process for infrastructure projects and eliminate the need for 400 physical deliveries that had to be managed within our organizations. Thank you.